Hello everyone, my name is Izzul Maslamah. I will explain about the material of discourse analysis. Okay, discourse analysis is a broad term for the study of the ways in which language is used between people, both in written text and spoken context. Discourse analysis is sometimes defined as the analysis of language beyond the sentence. Discourse analysis study larger chunks of language as they flow together. Some discourse analysis consider the larger discourse context in order to understand how it affects the meaning of the sentence. What is discourse analysis used for? Conducting discourse analysis means examining how language functions and how meaning is created in different social contexts. Level of communication what is analyzed. Conversational codes, the interaction between people in a conversation, such as turn-taking, interruptions, and listener response, can reveal aspects of cultural convention and social rules. And for turn-taking conversation is an enterprise in which one person speaks and another listens. Discourse analysts who study conversation note that speakers have systems for determining when one person's turn is over and the next person's turn begins. When speakers have different assumptions about how turn exchange are signaled, they may inadvertently interrupt or feel interrupted. On the other hand, speakers also frequently take the floor even though they know the other speaker has not invited them to do so. Frederick Erickson has shown that this can occur in conversations between black and white speakers because of different habits with regard to showing listenership. Academic application of discourse analysis. By looking at the context of language use, not simple the words, we can understand nuanced layers of meaning that are aided by the social or institutional aspect at work, such as gender, power imbalance, conflicts, cultural background, and racism. As a result, discourse analysis can be used to study inequality in society, such as institutional racism, inherent bias in media, and sexism. Real-world application of discourse analysis. Apart from scholarly applications, discourse analysis has some very pragmatic use as well. How did it affect their relationships? What was the role of their social support network? How did positive thinking come into play? There are many different approaches and techniques you can use to conduct discourse analysis, but the step below outline the basic steps you need to follow. Define the research question and study the context of analysis. To do discourse analysis, you begin with a clearly defined research question. Discourse analysis is a method that can be applied both to large volumes of material and to smaller samples, depending on the aim and time scale of your research. Gather information and theory on the context. Next, you must establish the social and historical context in which the material was produced and intended to be received. Gather factual details of when and where the content was created, who the author is, who published it, and whom it was disseminated to. Analyze the content for themes, and patterns. This step involves closely examining various elements of the material such as words, sentences, paragraphs, and overall structure and relating them to attributes them and patterns relevant to your research question. Review your result and draw conclusion. Here you will consider your analysis in relation to the broader context that you established earlier to draw conclusions that answer your research question. Your analysis shows that the material published before the regime change used language that emphasized the quality and necessity of its service and products, while the material published after the shift to a democratic regime emphasized the needs and values of the consumer. Okay, the quiz for discourse analysis. Discourse analysis looks at conversation in their social context. Discourse analysis melds linguistics and sociology by taking into account the social and cultural context that language is used. Thank you. Okay, see you.